Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to jump right in here to an Origin, OGN technical analysis, kind of just see what's going on here with the most recent data. Fantastic results here recently. Nice little bounce there off 0.618 fib there, about 11.3 cents. Now, if you're not familiar, I do have a Trading Academy community and signals group. There's also playout charts that I send out frequently, which I did send one out for OGN here recently. And congrats to our community members who took some healthy profits, 205% on a 5x leverage trade from OGN. Granted, that was last week and it took us roughly 4 weeks to get there, but hey, I'll take 200% in 4 weeks any day. Okay, so again, awesome stuff there. Congrats again to our members, and obviously, if you want to become part of our Trading Academy community and signals group, link down below, Crypto Cash Premium or Premium Plus. I look forward to working with you. So when it comes to Origin, what we want to talk about is a few things here. First of all, on the daily, we got to recognize some key factors here. Okay, so we're coming up to 70 in the RSI, but money flow index is still very high. Those two things combined, oftentimes you will see a break of 70 on the RSI. Now, granted, a lot of this push here, this main push here, keep in mind, is a lot to do with Bitcoin. Take a look at Bitcoin, got a nice green day here today, and Bitcoin is retesting that 28,000 resistance. So, not saying that this is the only reason for it, but it does help that Bitcoin is up by 2%. It allows certain coins like this, or just majority of coins, to flourish here. We got majority green in the market today. Very, very common occurrence. And mainly because Bitcoin is holding strong with its dominance. And once again, if you're not familiar, come take a look over at our education section. I always have it pinned just to keep it easy. But right now we are seeing a situation right now where Bitcoin dominance is up and the price of Bitcoin is up as well. We're going to start seeing some alts increase as we're seeing some stabilizing in Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so again, recent increase in Bitcoin dominance leading to stabilization, leading to the price of Bitcoin going up. Alts go up as well. Okay. Again, just some little back end stuff. It's not 100% for sure, but it definitely it's close and it's similar. And it's something that you can kind of key into, right? So truth is, right now, alts are going to probably start surging this weekend if Bitcoin can close close to 20,000 or higher today. Okay, so we're looking forward to that. That being said, though, that does tie into the money flow being high in this coin. With the increase in volume, we have a sustainability in price. Take a look at the volume range visible profile, or correction, it's actually, what is it? Visible range volume profile. Because like somebody asked me, what is it called recently here? Visible range volume profile basically gives us a profile of the volume in a visual range. Okay, so right now we can see based on range, we have a decent amount of volume here at this recent 11.6 mark. It's a pretty good amount of volume if you consider we haven't been range bound in that area much. We also have a lot of volume too, uniquely enough, right at 14 cents. So that's pretty strong resistance. So keep in mind, coming up here to retest that level, we could very well break and continue higher. I'm going to be looking for a closure above 14.2 to give me confirmation that the price could be breaking out. Now, not much of a breakout trader. I think breakout trading is a difficult scenario. It can definitely work out very well. I'd much rather get in early. That's why I like swing trading a little bit better, kind of getting my foot in the game and making sure we're on the right side. So let's take a quick look at what that might look like if we were to kind of evaluate if it's going to continue. We can see we're above all three moving averages. That's fantastic. Just note that typically the 20-day simple moving average is a very common SMA line there that kind of leads us to increasing or confirming we're on the right side of the tracks there. Okay. So truth is here, with us being above the 20, for the moment, we're in good shape. But if we do happen to say go sideways for a little bit, kind of do one of these, then there's a good chance we're probably going to start continuing a little bit lower to retest some other moving averages, and that we'd lose that bullish momentum. Okay. Right now, all green lights on the daily, letting us know this coin is still here to stay. Taking a quick look here at the 4-hour, we can see we're above all three moving averages as well, back up over the 20 and currently over the 50. And again, another shorter term time frame where we kind of see this ascending trend here working concurrent with the 50-day SMA. And now that we've broken above that, we're looking fairly decent here with the likelihood of continuation. If we take a look at the moving average convergence divergence, we can see pretty clear as day. We got a strong MACD convergence. That's a very, very consistent indicator, something you typically want to use in conjunction with other confirming factors, but it is a big deal when it comes to swing trading to see the MACD converging. Okay. Not the only thing, definitely a very helpful characteristic if we see the daily looking bullish as well. Furthermore, we got RSI here at roughly 60, coming closer to 70. Once again, money flowing back into this coin, giving us that strong convergence. Keep in mind with this volume being very significant in the most recent past, just one large volume candle. If the volume doesn't continue to sustain itself, it will slowly bleed out. Okay, as you saw here, you see the volume start to plateau down below this moving average. Price comes down with it. Okay? So we want to kind of recognize that if that were to occur again, volume stays very low, there's a good chance that we will not make a higher high. We could continue to make a lower low. All right, so just something to kind of clarify there. Furthermore, let's go ahead and see if there's any Elliott wave theories here, which we do have. We had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern. Again, 3 higher highs, 2 higher lows, followed by 2 lower lows and 1 lower high. We've got our lower high here tentatively. So if this is the highest point in which this goes, there's a strong likelihood the next low will be lower than the previous. Okay? One of these two areas will occur. So again, something to kind of consider and recognize that we're in a situation right now where this is all well and good. There's definitely potential for downside if this little run discontinues. So if we cannot surpass, just say 14.3 today or soon, I'm going to speculate we're going to see a price action come lower. The only way to invalidate this is, of course, for this to continue higher and to break this most recent high. That would be a case in point where we see that Elliott wave be invalidated. And again, invalidation happens quite often, but it's less likely to occur because, again, for the most part, when you see Elliott wave start to work its way in and continue through these little channels, traditionally you're going to see this be about 60, 70, maybe even 80% probability of this finishing itself out. Okay? Again, if you hit the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the likelihood of ABC is very high. Okay? So again, we want to wait for confirmation because we have a lot of other bullish confirming factors. So this is fairly, I guess you could say it's kind of contradictory, right? We have this indicator telling us it's going to continue lower at one point once we hit our highest high, which at this point, this could be the highest high in the most recent 12 hours, right? Or we take a look at the larger time frame, the macro, and realize that, hey, there's a strong probability we're going to probably continue higher with this coin. You got to recognize this coin does have a tendency of pumping up pretty strong and dumping off pretty hard. Okay? So if you look at its history, it does fulfill a lot of ABCD patterns, right? You can see that right there for the tail end there, but for the most part, this coin has been more likely to pump and dump here in the recent relevant past. All right, last thing we want to summarize with here is the hourly. Kind of note here that on the hourly, with each Ichimoku cloud, we have broken back officially through that. So that's a very good sign, another bullish indication. We can kind of indicate here that we have confirmation above the cloud, and if the price were to pull back, right, the likelihood of it kind of consolidating or bouncing off this 12.3, 12.5 range is fairly high. Okay, so again, that could invalidate the Elliott wave theory. Okay, so again, I don't put a lot of emphasis on Elliott wave. It's just kind of something you use in combination with other factors. And right now, at this point, it's kind of telling us that it wants to continue higher. So if it doesn't, right, just say, for example, we have difficulty passing this level here, this threshold, then there's a good chance we will see the next pullback come to a lower low. That's basically what we're looking for. Again, it all depends on how soon that happens too. The price takes plenty of time, like it just goes sideways and continues off, then there's a greater chance we will see that lower low. But I think at this point, we might want to presume that the price will more likely increase versus decrease, just once again, based on Bitcoin performing fairly well at that 28,000. But just note, if Bitcoin does sell off and comes down to 27, 26,000, which I'm still expecting in the relative near future, we're going to see something similar from OGN. Okay? So just because, keep this in mind, just because it is October and traditionally Bitcoin performs well in October, doesn't mean it has to happen. It doesn't mean we won't have a final liquidity sweep. In fact, just to touch on that really quick so you understand, I know this may seem off base because this is a Bitcoin analysis, but generally speaking, when I analyzed Bitcoin recently, which I'm going to do here again soon, there is a heat map here kind of letting us know that there's tremendous amount of volume at 27, 26, and 6,000. So knowing that those liquidation levels, the amount of volume being accumulated there, whales feel like that's going to be a juicy target. So more oftentimes than not, with there being a lot less liquidation levels above the price and a lot more below, they're going to do a last minute liquidity sweep and then shoot the price up. So my speculation is we will see a test of 26K. I've got a lot of limit orders between 26 and 27,000. And if that were to happen, then we'll see that little spike there. So just something to bear in mind, okay? So hopefully that makes sense and I described that correctly. If you would like to comment below, of course, love to hear it. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think OGN is going to do next? And obviously, if you want to become a better crypto cash trader or crypto trader, join Crypto Cash. We've got a tremendous amount of awesome benefits here. Just yesterday, we took trade results on Lever at 82% and 22% from Gallup. All right, folks. Thanks again so much for joining me here. We look forward to seeing the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.